Focus your mind to this bell sound and let your body to settle down, and please give attention and follow the sound as long as you can. Namo tas bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhas. Namo tas bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhas. Namo tas bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhas. So, dear Dhamma friends, before we start our meditation session, I will give a brief introduction. So, meditation has different kind of meanings, and on the way this long journey, it accumulated different kind of ideas. But when we reverse the history and when we go back to the Buddha's time, and the very first 20 years during the Buddha's time, there were two main purposes. One is self-realization, and other one is recognizing what are the profitable things we can perform ourselves. So those are the two things. In that time, people used to observe and look. And then when the Buddha came to this world, the Buddha introduced this Vipassana meditation. So before the Buddha, there was meditation system called tranquility meditation, Samatha Bhavana, or Samadhi Bhavana, or tranquility meditation. So in it come to tranquility meditation, it has different lineage and the schools and traditions and methods. And sometimes that all the teachings or the methods or the patterns take you to different kind of experience. But it is very important yourself. When you come to Vipassana, you have to have a clear understanding what you need. Because if you need something else, then you have to go in different ways. If you look for the truth, if you want to see the reality, not what you think or what you believe, if you really want to get into the bottom of this everything, then there's no any other methods. You have to come to this Vipassana meditation. That's why the Buddha himself mentioned Ekayano ayang maggo satipatthana. If you look for this liberation, if you look for your salvation, if you look for your nibbana, enlightenment, and the right enlightenment, because on the way people can attain to different kind of enlightenment. It's same like the God, and people have their own God, same kind of people have their own enlightenment. But if you want to come out of that all tangles and be very clear and get into the bottom of the truth, then you have to get into the Vipassana meditation. So in the Vipassana also, nowadays we see, because of this name, there are different kind of meditation technique people practice. But when it comes to Vipassana, you cannot go wrong. Why? Because there are four main methods that indicated in the sutras. One is Kayanupassana, contemplating the body; Vedananupassana, contemplating the sensation or the feelings; Chittanupassana, contemplating the mind; and Dhammanupassana, contemplating the nature. So when it comes to the nature, means not the outside nature, observing outside nature, it's the very inner nature inside you, like growing your hair and the respiratory system inside you, digestive system, nerve system. We have in our body, there are different systems, that nerve system and digestive system, blood circulatory system. So like that, this all happen naturally. So recognizing that and observing that is another thing. So this all four methods, and kaye kayanupassi viharati, chitte chittanupassi viharati. So like that, the mention, so you have to be very clear here. When you observe the body, you have to observe according to the body, not by thinking about it or not by making something about it. So we call this four foundation for meditation. So always the whatever this the four meditation techniques finally take you to one point. It's kind of like when you climb a mountain, it doesn't matter if you climb from any direction out of four, then finally when you go to the top of the mountain, you get into the same landscape, same kind. So it doesn't matter whatever the meditation technique you practice within these four meditation techniques, then finally you will get into a one place. What is that one place? Recognizing the very change happening within ourselves. That is the bottom. Experience the change as it is. That is the bottom. There is nothing beyond it. But once you come to that bottom line, what is happening? Once you experience that bottom line, that your mind itself become free from all the tangles and all the believings and all the thoughts and all the ideas. So the very life itself is full of ideas. Your storage is the brain or the whatever you can name it, that is your sansara. When you come to a point, no thoughts, your mind become completely different than you think. So when the mind involving in the thoughts, you experience something else. So when you get into the bottom of the experience, that means change, what is happening, you recognize this very moment exists only in this very moment. And you recognize the mechanism of this everything. And that is where you can see how things come to be as they are. And once you're able to see that, and you recognize there is no somebody create anything, it's not happening out of somebody else's wish or the prayers or the believings, because things happen according to necessary conditions in that very moment. Otherwise, you cannot come out of the believing of the creation or believing of any kind of power or anything. So that's why you have to get into that bottom line. So once you experience this change itself, what is happening, you recognize this, even the experience itself, your mind, your very being itself, moment by moment change. That is the ultimate truth. You experience yourself. That once you recognize that change, what is happening, naturally your mind start to let go your thoughts, whatever you carried as a memory. Because the thought itself, time and space. So that is where our life begins. And when the mind becomes free from thoughts, that's mean you become free from time and space. That's mean the very being itself become free from mind, that the the space and matter. So in that very moment, what you experience is universal experience. Within that universal experience, there is a transformation happens. That transformation is you recognizing the truth and you experiencing the truth. If anybody experience the truth, if anybody recognize the truth, and out of that recognition, if the person experience the truth, there is no way out of that person bodily, verbally or mentally action, the untruth can arise. This always the truth going to come out. So that is how these patterns go. So for that we have four foundation. What the four foundation? Observing the body, bodily nature, and observing the sensation and as it is, and observing the thoughts, and observing the nature, dharma. So for this all, we get as a mental object our inhalation, exhalation. And when it comes to inhalation, exhalation, there are different schools, there are different tradition, teach different ways. But we go to the original sutra, Anapanasati Sutta, and according to that, we follow the inhalation, exhalation in front of our nose and our upper lip area. So bring the attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area and observe the sensation of the inhalation, exhalation. So some people, they can recognize in front of the upper lip area or tip of their nose, or some people inside the nostril. Somewhere they feel this sensation. And for some people, maybe they cannot find the sensation for a while. There are few reasons for that. One is the posture. So for that, then you have to adjust your posture, because this meditation you cannot do lying down, because this has a formal way. Ujung kayang panidaya parimukang sating upatta petwa. So you no need any arguments for that. You just have to come to the posture, your neck head straight, and keep your spine straight. So that's and then sometimes for some people, according to their bodily structure, so they need to little bit adjust their body and moving little bit forward or backward, or maybe moving their head up and down. So try to do a little experiment if you don't get the sensation naturally. Because once you get this natural sensation, and after that, this meditation become more comfortable and easy for you. So that is one reason. And another one is you cannot find the sensation if your mind is so busy or with something else. Because this need 100% clear attention. And that attention should be intentional. With thinking about something, you cannot put the attention here. So then with that attention and observe the sensation. So then slowly, little by little, you will get it. And once it have, there are some other people observe the belly area, shoulders, chest, also like that. And sometimes there are reasons why we don't go to that. So this is not the time to talk about it. But somehow just try to get into the in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Once you focus and get the sensation, what you have to do, don't try to count. Don't try to hold the breathing. Don't try to maintain your respiratory system. Just allow it happen naturally, itself. And when it happens, remember, it is a bodily action. This body has a necessary conditions to happen this respiratory system, inhalation, exhalation. And observe this sensation in the beginning. And little by little, that sensation will show you, that take you to recognize this entire body, how it happening. So just that recognition, it is not a creation, it is not a visualization, it is just you see it, just observe it. So this is a bodily action. And that is why this meditation belongs to Kayanupassana, contemplating the body. So once you get into the sensation from there, in the beginning, we have to tranquilize our mind. So that's why we get into step-by-step pattern. And so the first step is, it's like you jumping from a parachute. From the ground, you cannot jump. It's not going to work. So you have to get into a higher place. So like this all the step-by-step method will take you to the higher place, exactly where you should ride the jump. So that's why, otherwise we not that the kind of like brainwash you, or we don't kind to try to categorize you to a certain level. No, the reason is we use this method to calm down your mind. So we don't use any kind of believing or the names or anything. This not belong to any religion, names. So we just use your own inhalation, exhalation. It not belong to any religion. So it not belong to any kind of tradition. It is not belong to only one nation. Whoever living being, the human being can experience this inhalation, exhalation. Just observe it. And when you observe, two things you can observe in the bottom level. What is inhalation, exhalation? So get into that. And other thing is, once your mind become clear little by little and observe the entire continuation, it will help to become more sharp and clear. And some inhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft. So like that, each and every inhalation, exhalation different. So try to recognize it. And once you recognize that little by little, what is happening, you feel more comfortable now. Why? Because your body settle down slowly and the mind settle down a little bit and the breathing become more calm, relaxed. So your mind, your body, your breathing, these three things work as one. Remember that. Your body, your breathing, your mind, these three things interconnected. When one thing slow down, it helps to other two things to slow down. But one thing become heavy, the other things also go wild. So as example, if you take heavy inhalation, exhalation, your body get tight, the mind become busy. And if you have the tired body, heavy body, your inhalation, exhalation become heavy, the mind become busy. If you have busy mind, your body become heavy and the breathing become heavy. So that like that, it is interconnected. Now you slow down these three things. So that way your body, mind, breathing start to calm down, relax. As a result of that, what is happening? You feel certain comfort. You feel physical comfort, mental comfort, and at the same time, deeply, your mind become tranquilized, calm down. So because of that, the joy arise. But don't put attention to that. And then the next, later, maybe for some people, sometimes the mind start to disturb. So that's mean when the body become calm down, relax, and the deeper memory can pop up. So whatever incident happened, mostly very recent memory, happy moments or the sad moments, things can pop up. And maybe then very old memory can vomit. Or maybe from your sansaric journey, the mental formations, the memory can throw down. Why? Because that is what we used to keep hold with. But remember, don't go with the thoughts. Don't try to feed to that thought. Just observe. Even you contemplate your mind, don't go with the thoughts. Just observe and recognize and just let it be, and then it will go away. So then your body, mind, and breathing start to more deeply calm down and start to come as one. So that is where you attain to tranquility state. Body, mind, breathing start to work as one. So in that very moment, so to get into this is an introduction little by little. So on the way, when you walk yourself, now you know, so where to go. So you cannot miss the road. Once you get into that, we go to Vipassana level. So when it comes to Vipassana, what is Vipassana? Vipassana means means deeply, thoroughly. Passana means observing. So remember, observing means not thinking, not dreaming. Oh, now you have very tranquility mind, calm, relaxed mind. And one thought mind is your body, mind, breathing clearly become calm and relaxed. You don't get disturbed out of anything. Even you not get disturbed out of your thoughts. So when the mind become tranquilized, it become powerful, sharp, clear. So with that clarity, you observe the very nature of the sensation. So in that moment, you drop that all the patterns, methods. And now I tell you how you can get into the four foundations. So you observe the sensation. And when you get into the same bottom of the sensation, now you have no thoughts. So your memory not interfere with your experience, your whatever you believing not interfere with the experience. So now your thoughts independent. With that independent mind, you observe and recognize. That recognition itself the change. So then what is happening in that change? You get into this and remember this entire body has the same change. So in that level, whatever you feel, not going to the surface level of the sensation, and you go to the bottom of the experience, and then you recognize you see the change. And thought arise. You see the thought. And in that very moment, you don't go to reaction of anything. You go to the bottom of that thought and you recognize the change. So any kind of as I mentioned, according to the Dhamma, contemplating the very nature. So whatever happened in the body, you go to the depth of this and you see the change. So in any way, contemplating the body, contemplating the mind, contemplating the pain or the sensation, and contemplating the nature. Observing this anything, finally you get into the same place. What is that place? Is the change. That is how through in observing inhalation, exhalation, finally you recognize this all. Whatever you experience, you get into the change. You just go to the bottom of it and you experience the change. Once you experience that, you no need any guidelines. You no need this anything. You no need any 1 hour talk or anything like that. You no need to read someone else books or something like that. So our purpose is trying to allow you to experience yourself with your clear 100% clear mind, without any ideas, without any dogmas, without any believing, even without any religions. Yourself try to experience the very change happening within yourself. And then you will say, what is this all? So that is what we're going to do. And for that, I hope and this will help for you. If you look for the truth, if you not look for the truth, or if you need something else, it's better you should go that way. But if you look for that truth, I think you can try now. So keep relax your body, your right palm on your left, neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. Bring your attention to your body. Scan head to toes 3 times and say Sopatriva, oh, may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment, with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation. Bring your attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Let your body to settle down itself. Deeply and gently breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation. Now let everything settle down as it is. Keep relaxing your body and in the beginning, separately recognize this is inhalation, this is exhalation. Do nothing extra. So we're trying to discipline our mind to following the very nature of the inhalation, exhalation, not following my words. So you have to follow your own inhalation, exhalation and keep the complete authority and freedom yourself and responsibility yourself. Don't do anything because I say so. Just observe the sensation of the inhalation, exhalation. This is rising, this is falling. Be very clear with that. Look yourself. If you can't find the sensation, don't make it happen. Just calm down and adjust your posture and wait. These all parts of meditation. If it is possible, follow the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation. Some inhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft. So whatever, just accept it. Don't have a wonder mind. Just accept. Only thing, just be very clear. Just recognize the sensation, be with the sensation. Don't react to your thoughts. If your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again. Don't give attention to any other sensation or the emotions. Just get into the sense, the change with the sensation, whatever you experience, and observe the change. Completely be free from all the thoughts. See, is there any fresh experience you can get, new experience? Is there anything that just by your own mind, is there anything you can find? If your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again. Don't allow your experience to involve in with the moment, your past experience. Always keep the newness within yourself. Bring attention to your body. Observe your posture. Mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion, beginning from your heart forward to your backside. Visualize yourself and send it as a light to your left side and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all 6 directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy. Without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance, or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Let your heart to come out of the skin. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma friends, once upon a time, there was a king, and at night he was just look at the sky, and he had the question, how many stars in this sky? So then he called his advisors, and there was a wise man. And this wise man came, and the king asked, what do you think, how many stars in this sky? So the wise man need to give an answer because he's wise man, and everybody accept him as wise man. So then the wise man look at the stars and told, it's only one. The king was so mad. And now how it is possible? Look how many things we can see. How you say it is only one? Then the wise man told, the reason, it's all reflection of the sun. Then the king start to understand. So like that, the most of things around us is a reflection of our own consciousness, our reflection of our own mind. And when it comes to life, from ancient time to today, and the people are struggling with different things in their life to look and experience. But from the beginning to today, this entire human civilizations, generations to generations, we all keep looking something very similar, only one. That is the truth. And people went through different generations and different eras and different experience to different directions. But still, each and every person deeper in their heart look for the truth. And later nowadays that we have very name called genius. And we look at the universities, each and every university is trying to build genius. And if you look the universities like Oxford University, it has 4 departments, 364 branches, academical branches. And more than that, there are some other universities, more than that. So they need an each and every academical unit to create a genius regarding different subject. And the people, the world go for different directions, looking for the ultimate truth. And at the same time, without these universities, without the schooling life, and there are some other people going to the truth through the religion. But anyway, somehow, from which direction you go, even through the academical level or even through the religious level. Forget about the political or economical, they never go towards that way, towards the truth. They go towards the power. Political and economical, they're looking for power. But the academical level and the religious level, they always look for the truth. So what is happening? When you look for the truth, there's a greater challenge come out of the nature. from ancient time to today. And if you start to come towards the truth, remember, you are facing to very great danger. Look at the human history. Whoever introduced something, the name of the truth, he put himself, his life in danger. People crucify that kind of people. People kill, poison that kind of people. If you look for truth, so it is a great risk if you look for, go through the truth. So, but still, from this entire human civilizations, each and every day, everybody in the deeper their heart, they look for this. So then, yourself, when you look for the truth, so remember, it is very important not to depending from something or somebody. Why? Because it's mainly that the power, the majority hold by the darkness. So it is more independent journey. Yourself, you have to understand it. Because whatever the truth you are recognize, and it not going to help for others, mostly. They have their own ways. So each and every person, themselves, whatever they experience, that will help for them first. If you cannot get the help through your own understanding, then you cannot help others. So that's why when in this journey, so the very first thing, remember to experience yourself the truth. And another thing is, don't get disappointed. Even whatever the things happen, whatever the difficulties happen. So it's same like a universal nature. This entire universe, the mostly more than 85% dark matters. Look at entire universe, more than 85% dark matters, the darkness. Same thing around us also. So it always when you look for the truth, it is a great challenge, and never get disappointed. And one time Albert Einstein told, when he was ready to die, what he told, in case if he come back, he don't want to become a scientist. He told, it is better I become a plumber. Why he say so? Because it is so difficult. It's a great challenge, and it's a very difficult it is great pressure come from outside. Even look today, if somebody say enlightened, or if somebody say I am a Buddha, or if somebody say I am Arhat, the entire society start to go against that person. So even during Buddha's time, there were a lot of people claim as Buddhas. It's even during Buddha's time, there were a lot of people claim, I am Arhat, I am Arhat, I am enlightened. So that way, it helped for someone to reach to the highest level. And the Arahat name was not a Buddhist name. It was in that tradition. It is a name that introduced to the enlightened master. So a lot of people claim them as enlightened masters. But what the Buddha mentioned, what the Buddha did, and when the Buddha established the community of Sangha, through his patrice, he saw the real qualities for that whatever people look for as Arahata. So, if somebody, even just imagine, just even for somebody, just like the children, and if you ask what you want to become, who you want to be in the future, and sometimes people like to wearing like soldiers and taking toy gun, and maybe they like to become a doctor. So like that, these children imitate. And how about if the children start to imitate like Arahat, and or the monk, or the Buddha, and the people laugh. And look at the society today. So around us, if somebody say, oh, I attain to the Arahat, and people look, it's kind of like something, it's not right. So at least remember, at least that person hold the idea about it, rather than becoming a criminal, terrorist. Look at the world. Nowadays, if you sell drugs and smuggling and human trafficking and selling arms, then that very corrupted pharmaceutical industry, and the telling lies and becoming a political leaders and blaming to others and doing nothing, and people worship them. People go and touch their feet and worship them. So we see it. But if somebody say, and just in the lotus posture and wearing some mala, or the weird things, and closing eyes, and if somebody say, I am Arahanta, people throw stones. So why this truth? Even the idea about the truth get the great challenge. That is the point that you have to understand. Even the idea, because if somebody say, oh, he sell drugs, people don't throw stones. And if somebody, oh, he's a politician, tell lies and corrupted everything and smuggling and doing all the corrupted thing, people don't say anything. They become silent. But if somebody, some monks, maybe, they're crazy, but it's some monks, even for the craziness, they say, oh, I am a Buddha. I attain to enlightenment. Why people come against that? Because if the people really think about the society, themselves, or their next generation, they should go against the drugs, smuggling, human trafficking, and all the corrupted leaders and smugglers. So they should go against that. But people become so silent and worship them. Why, when somebody say enlighten, why the people attack that? Just think yourself. Look for answer. I'm not going to tell. Just I was like observing this. How people, from where it come. So the very nature, we have deeper fear for the truth. We have deeper the sickness of fear to let go. And we have deeper fear regarding the truth. That is where it arises. If you look for the truth, remember, even if somebody tell lies with the name of the truth, and you respect for that because you look for the truth. And there were kings. They jumped to the demon's mouth to just hear one single word of the Dhamma. Even it is not preached, he sacrificed his life before he hear he never knew that there was a demon and there was a king, and he looking for Dhamma. He give up everything and went to jungle. And then he found a demon and told, I am this much old, and I know I heard the Dhamma. And the king told, please tell me. The demon told, no, I am so hungry. I cannot do that. I have to eat you. So the king came to agreement. Okay, so let's do this way. I climb the top of the mountain and I will jump from top, and you open the mouth, and at the same time you can tell me the Dhamma. By hearing it, I can give my life. So the people was like that. Even just having just little bit about the idea, the truth, they go that way during Buddha's time. By hearing there is a Buddha, people give up everything. Far away they ran to Buddha, look for that. Even they had never idea it's the truth or not. But just for hearing there is a Buddha. So like that, when the day come for you, if you look for the real truth, even if somebody imitate, of course the reality come after imitation. So that's something, that without imitations, the reality is not going to just pop up. So like that, all this, the weeds allowed to farm the land. So like that, if somebody imitate as a truth or enlightened person or the arahat, and don't criticize, just let them to be in peace themselves, enjoy their la land, and let them to just be. Because if you criticize, you know what is happening? You go against the truth that you're looking for. Not, you cannot change them and you cannot educate them. And if somebody say, I am a Buddha, and maybe you have great respect to the Buddha, and then you go and attack that person. No, if somebody say, oh, I am a Buddha, and appreciate that person. Oh, really? It's like you have a friend. I give you just example. You have a friend in another country, and he's a very good friend. And then just imagine you have a friend in Africa, far away. It's a very good friend, and he's very nice person. And long time you never met him, but you are a very good friend. So then you go to another country, the other side of the Africa. You go to Japan. Now you just go to a place and then you just sitting. Then there is a person come and ask, from where are you? Oh, I am from Africa. You never going to criticize that person? What you say? You say, you show your respect and telling, oh, I have a good friend, but I never met for a long time. He's a very nice guy, and so like that. And you you show your respect and you become a friend. So if if you respect the Buddha, if you have the devotion towards the Buddha, or if you look for attain to arahanthood, if you look for enlightenment, so remember, if anybody, even for a joke, just say, I am a Buddha. I am enlightened. Learn to respect that. Think deeply and try to understand deeply what I'm trying to tell. And never criticize. You're not criticizing that person. You're criticizing the nature of the Buddha. If somebody say, I am enlightened, don't criticize that person. Because why I say it is everywhere happening now. Don't do that. Don't allow. If somebody say, I'm enlightened, respect that person. You not respect to that person maybe. You respect to the idea of enlightenment. So that way your journey become more closer. You go towards that way. But if you criticize, even for just somebody say the Buddha, even for fun or even by misunderstanding, just if they say like that way, if you criticize, you not criticize that person, you become detached from the nature of the Buddha. So try to yourself set up your mind, come out of this mechanism of our mind and try to become completely free yourself from without any dogmas, without any traditional, cultural, systematic methods, and kind of like don't be the third party person to live yourself. Don't be a second class person to live yourself. Have a clear mind and live for your fully capacity, with your fully capacity, and have a human life. That is where you have the great compassion, and that is where you have the great deeper connection with everything around you. That is what you need. So with that, I bless upon, by the power of this all meritorious activities, may all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. And finally, may you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbitiyo vajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi dikayuko bhava. Ettavata chammi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. So bless you.